If you go on TikTok, there's a list. And so the question was posed, do you believe in the American
We teach you the only way to be successful is to be rich and famous, then I failed you.
Let's get right into the first one, the working poor versus the American dream. And this is a real heavy topic that we need to talk about. I don't think that people understand the gravity of what we're facing, especially in a country like America. They're selling us dreams, they're selling us hopes, and we have to talk about this. We have to discuss this because are we working towards this? What is the vision? What is the goal? What say you, Uncle Wayne?
You say this, like last week we had the show, or week before, one paycheck from being evicted or repossessed. Same thing. The working poor, work. Complain.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, exactly. And we was talking about this earlier, and the people who work the less make the most.
Yep.
Isn't it insane?
Yep.
Them people sitting up there high and mighty, just racking in all these dollars, and the ones at the bottom that work so hard make so little. But you know what? Once again, I get on the black man, because if we as black men made things work, things would be different. Our laws would be different, rules and regulations, policies and procedures that change the dynamics. We can't keep living like this. And it says the top 98% makes more than 2% of the whole United States of America. That should tell you something. 2%. It used to be 30%. Now it's down to 2% after the pandemic. That should tell you something. All those people who had stock in everything, like hand sanitizer and the mask and all these other things they used during the pandemic, a lot of them had stock in. Right. So when we were down making nothing, they were still clocking.
Essential workers.
Look at Amazon.
Yep,
now,
still rolling.
If it wasn't for the people who work so hard to get those packages to you per day, then Amazon wouldn't be Amazon. It's not the big ones that up there who barely work. It's the ones down there on them assembly belts that's working their behinds off, those delivery drivers that make it happen. That's the reason why you're making all those billions of dollars.
Right.
But he think his idea gives him the billions of dollars. You see how it's unfair?
Right.
So the other ones that work for him, they complain, take the complaint home, and then their life at home is all upset because they didn't take their problems from their work into the home.
Right.
You see how it is?
And which leads to another subject. And also, you know, to see it, I think the American dream, you know, the white picket fence and all that stuff.
Fence.
Man, if you understand that what they did with the classes of America and the working system, they used to be a middle class. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the middle class was created somewhere around the 1950s. 50s, somewhere between that, 40s. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, just throw it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I could stand to be corrected. We want to be more for real. We want to be more for real about that. We don't know everything and exactly when it happened, but if we do, we're going to say it. But what I'm saying is the middle class has been now destroyed. The gap between the rich and poor is larger than it has ever been. And so the American dream is and even the middle class, which is done away with, is like the top 10, 20, 15% of people in America. And that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? When you have most of the people living one way, but we see a lot of people living another way, it creates a whole delusional problem that we have.
Now.
It's 2%.
It's only 2% either. People live a hard life not. There's a lot of people who pretending to be rich, but they actually are not. It's the one, I'm telling you, it's down to 2% of the richest people in the United States of America have more money than almost 90. See, when I say this, people look like, oh, this can't be real because it's inconceivable, but it's true. Mm-hmm. We're suffering because, look at you ready for this? Look at everybody who strikes now. Mm-hmm. The ones who write the movies, the directors, all of them on strike. Now the auto industry on strike, 3 major ones, mm-hmm. because they have realized after the pandemic, all the people up top sucking up all the money.
Right.
And the hard workers are complaining. And listen, we kick out money all over the ways with the credit card, and all of them got stock in all of them. The mm-hmm. credit card, everything. Listen, you ready for this? Even if you get locked up for screwing up, Those rich people make money off of that because they invested in the jails too.
Right. And see, this is the problem with as it pertains to the working poor versus the American dream, because you have these people that are in America that work hard. They work a lot of hours. They work rough hours. And like you were saying with the Amazon workers, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them say it's borderline freaking slavery. You know what I'm saying? We going to call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them say it's borderline slavery. But
let's cut that out. Ain't no slavery.
I know it ain't, because there's people in other countries with way worse. You know, we can be more for real about that. I'm glad you said that. Look, we don't hide nothing, man. We don't hide nothing in this conversation, man. As a matter of fact, we'll give you some around. About that, we have to work a lot harder if we want to get a lot further in life, and that's true. But what I was saying is the people that are working, the people that are working and putting in the work, there should be no reason why these people are poor. You know what I'm saying? People work hard, and can't even afford to even live in a home, have a car, take care of a family the way that you're supposed to. That's why people do not believe in the American dream. I took a poll on Facebook.
Did you?
I took a poll on Facebook, and I'll pull it up. You know what I'm saying?
Now, that's interesting. You do a poll.
A couple people responded to it, and I'll tell you how the post went.
I could guess.
Okay.
But, surprise me if you may.
So on this post, it says that statistics say less than 36% of the American population say that they are living the American dream. So less than 36% of people say that they are living the American dream, and then 46% of people who were surveyed said that they don't believe at all. And so the question was posed: do you believe in the American dream? And so as it stands,
can I ask a question?
One person believes in the American dream. But
what is the American dream? And what is middle class? I'm curious to know about.
That's a great question. The American dream is the having a house and the family with the white picket fences that I referenced earlier. So the American dream is basically to live your life free, and you making money and you got enough money to support yourself, and you not struggling. You know, the stuff you see on TV and the movies that they try to sell us. And that's another problem with the movies that we always talk about. You know what I'm saying? Life imitates art, and art imitates life. These people that are in movies, they're trying so hard to seem like they are real life people, when really they're the top 1% of people. Not 10, not 5, not 15. These are the top 1% of people in our society. And they make it seem, and you see them every day. And that's what creates the American dream, because you see what you see in this entertainment, and you say, look, why can't I have that? Why can't I have that? But statistics tell you that 99% of the people do not live like them. They don't live like these people. True. So that's the American dream, and that's why I say it is a delusion. But while we at it, we want to make sure that we always give it applause for the people that's doing. Shout out to all the viewers.
Subscribe.
Definitely.
We need you to subscribe, you all.
Definitely like, share, subscribe, man. If you're on Facebook, go over to the YouTube. We appreciate you guys wholeheartedly, for real. We want to shout out the viewers. But we also have this video I want to show. If I can share the screen here. Let's say this screen. And let's go ahead and press play. We do not own the rights to this or anything. But let me go ahead and try to share the screen right now. And we got a video we want to play. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Drop 1 in the chat. If you can hear it, then drop a 1 in the chat. If you can't, drop a 2.
The working poor, we live it every day.
Can y'all hear it? Drop 1s in the chat.
Yeah.
2s if you can't hear it.
Especially in the Northwest neighborhood.
Pay stubs. All right, and here, you gotta sign here.
Oh, my sign's on, I get screwed.
Well, it's life.
My husband, who is a construction worker doing stucco, he gets laid off at the end of the year, and we have to live off from unemployment. We rob Peter to pay Paul. Why one bill's getting paid, the next is gonna be overdue. Listen, this is not the slum. We work just as hard as anyone else. With the whole refugee thing, it's hard to say, because nobody has connected with us. And from what I understand, a majority of them are coming to this neighborhood because of the affordable housing. What we're feeling and expressing is what any neighborhood would. Why are they taking care of these refugees and not somebody else in the area who has been here their whole life?
All right, I want to reiterate that we do not own the rights to the video, but you saw what it's like being a working poor. She said that her husband got a job, he does his work, and at the end of the year, he gets laid off, and then it's like unemployment. This is what people are facing in America. I could go on and on. If you go on TikTok, there's a list of people. If you go in that category that talk and they be crying on camera, these are people. Now, I always talk about people crying on camera. I don't believe it, but these are people that are really fed up.
Oh,
They're
you
talking
don't
about their
believe people
job.
cry on camera?
No, I don't like that. Look, if you crying on camera, ain't nothing damn wrong with you. Damn it, ain't nothing wrong with you. But on this particular instance, I will make an exception because people are fed up. It was a nurse that she said she worked, her 12-hour shifts and stuff like that. She come home, she still have to do her due diligence. She wakes up 5:30 in the morning, walks her dogs or what have you, and she goes about her day. She has a husband who works too, and these people are struggling. You know what I'm saying? They were working class people. She's a nurse. She's a essential worker and things like that, and these people are struggling. So I mean, a lot of people are losing hope on the American dream. That's because it's not real, and we here to be more for real about that. The American dream is not real. Stop believing that crap. You have to look at the world for what it is. You know what I'm saying? To see how the world values, see how the America values you as a person. You will know how America values you. You will know your real circumstances every day you wake up and whatever predicament you in. So whether you wake up in jail, whether you wake up in your own house, whether you wake up in your own car because people are sleeping in their own cars, I mean, you know your situations.
Yeah.
And this is the reality and the gravity of what we're living in. And this is why it's important that we talk about that, because they're selling us a dream. They're selling us a hope. And I'm just telling you, it's not real. These are the top X amount of people. Most people just don't live like that. And that's the problem. We keep seeing this stuff on TV all the time, and it's creating a delusion. We thinking that we're going to get there. We thinking that you're going to get there. There is not a job you can name in America that's going to pay you $1 million. Name one.
Don't work like that.
It don't work like that.
9 to 5 is not going to make you successful. It's inconceivable.
It don't work like that.
It flips the other way around too, because being rich does not make a person happy. Your bills are paid, you got more money, but money is only but money. You really need love. We keep missing the mark. It's unconditional love that makes the difference. Because if I love you, I'm not going to see you starving. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
But we think that we have to have the best of the best to prove that we're happy. And we failing at that. I'm 60. If we teach you the only way to be successful is to be rich and famous, then I failed you. Rich and famous people aren't always happy. Poor people struggling, not always unhappy.
Right.
It's a difference. It's really unconditional love. It's how you handle yourself. If you go around somebody, you want to go around somebody who make you feel a certain way. You don't want to go around somebody because how much money they make.
Right.
And if you do, that should tell you the type of person that you are.
Right.
But there are some people that only hang around with people for what they have. And some people accept people to hang around them for what they have.
Right.
And that's why the ending is what it is. You are who you are. If you keep trying to keep up with the Jones, like a lot of times people, bills paid. This is the number one thing that gets me. Credit card bills. This is the one that knocks me to a loop. If you can't afford it, you don't supposed to get it. It makes no sense that you bought something last year and still paying for it. That doesn't make sense. You look at stuff you had bought, you still paying a little bit by a little bit by a little bit.
I mean, that's a good way to look at it. But in this system, I know we don't agree on everything. I mean, we're not. We be more for real about everything. So what I'm saying is like in this economy that we haven't built, which is a capitalist society, credit is king. You know what I'm saying? Because it allows you to even not put money down on stuff, and you be able to obtain that
Helps with the
asset.
greed.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it does.
That's what it
And
does.
so you have to know how to use credit in a way where it's beneficial to you. So
Is there
a
a
wise
way?
man, matter of fact, let me not say wise man.
Is there a way to
Yeah,
really use credit
my brother
cards?
told me, I'm not gonna lie, my older brother, Sam, shout out to my brother, but he told me a long time ago, he was like, look, people use credit to buy depreciating assets, and that's not how you're supposed to use credit. You use credit to fund your businesses and stuff like that. That's going to actually make more money for you. You know what I'm
It's a good way
saying?
to
So
do
that
it.
you're not
That's a
spending your money.
wise
And he
way.
said that's not even the way you're supposed to spend your money, but definitely
That's
your
a
credit. You
wiser
don't
way.
use credit to buy clothes and all that stuff. You use it to fund your businesses that you're getting money back out of. So you flipping the credit and you're using other people's money the whole time. That's how the rich keep getting richer, because they're never using their own dollar, and it makes absolute sense. And shout out to my brother Sam. I'm gonna go ahead and give him.
You know, we talk about our issues, but we also talk about our solutions. So, what would be the solution to our first topic of that?
Well, the solution to the topic will actually
Strike,
the solution to the
walk
topic.
out, strike like the rest of
I wouldn't
everybody
say
else.
strike or walk out. I would definitely say you work. You got to keep working, but use you. I mean, we have to understand that these jobs are temporary. They don't care about us. Eventually, we have to, develop some skills somewhere down the line that's going to be beneficial where you can create business. America is absolutely a country that is created on business, and it's also created on ignorance. That's how they keep people buying these things that we're purchasing. So the solution would be to
Like $3,000
use
Gucci T-shirts.
the solution. I would say, and it's radical. It's very radical. My solution would be to take your money that you get from your work and invest that into your craft, into your skills, so that you can get out of that job. Because whether or not you pay them bills and all that stuff, and I heard this from Steve Harvey, and I'm not a big fan of the guy, but you know what I'm saying. I eat the meat and throw away the bones. He said, look. You gotta whether or not you got skills or not, them bills are still gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? They still gonna be there, bro.
Because you made the bills. This
Yeah,
is what I'm
they
saying.
still gonna be
Stop
there.
making bills unnecessary. I understand when you have to take bills for a roof over your head and a vehicle for insurance, but we take out credit for any and everything. They even got some things that's online now. If you charge something, they got something else that you only had to pay. You can break that up on top of breaking it up on the credit card, on top of breaking another one up. I'm telling you, got so many gadgets now where these people make money where they want you to buy something that you can't afford and you really don't need to keep you in debt. So you can complain the whole time.
Right.
So if we can complain, we're not feeling what we've got. That's why I say I can't do this to buy a pair of tennis shoes a year ago that them out of style and I'm still paying on them. It just doesn't make sense. Really, I didn't need them anyway. Get what I'm saying? Imagine if I didn't buy them tennis shoes at that time. Well, athletic shoes, whichever where you are to live to understand. Let's say if I knew I didn't need it, it was a increase of money I really didn't have and didn't buy it. As that year went by, guess what? That bill would have been gone. I wouldn't have. That's how it is with a whole bunch of things.
But
work hard, think smart.
My thing is like I said, and we're running out of time. It's like, look, man, them bills are going to be there regardless.
If you don't
get you a skill, get you a craft, and everything that you work for, put it into that. Invest in that. Stop investing in these bills. You're making other people rich. You paying somebody else rent. You paying somebody else money to lease the car, to get the car, whatever the case may be. Man, stop doing that. You're making other people rich. This is why the black dollar don't circulate in our community as much, because we're not wise financially.
No, real quick. Remember I told you I was selling cars? Give you a prime example how it is. Remember I told you a white person will come in there and they will get a car with simple power steering and air conditioning. Now they got they better credit, credit score making a certain amount of income. Our black person will come in there right behind them, want the car with everything, top of the line. And they make the smallest amount, the worst credit and ever. And then the car that they trading in, somebody already cracked their head open on that one.
Right.
It's like you didn't learn from that one because they want something just to show off.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so a lot of times we're in debt because we want to show off.
Right.
You know,
right.
Think about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We appreciate everybody for joining the stream. We appreciate you guys. We're gonna go ahead over to the
Absolutely.
next one.
Next topic for
The next topic.
This